Hello, my amazing kindergarten artists. It is time this week, my friends, to finish up our Andy Warhol inspired pop art flowers, my friends. Last week, we did some non-traditional painting by using forks to go up and down and create that grass-like texture that you see behind my flowers. Today, my friends, we're going to use our remaining colors to help draw, cut out, and add flowers onto our squares as well. So let's go take a look at what art materials we need to finish up our art project today. Now, first thing first, my friends, if you are missing a few of these colors, that's okay, because again, you can always use white paper, draw your flowers first, and then color them some of these different colors. That way, in case you are missing a color, you can still make your own as well. Also, if you just maybe want to have a white flower, that's okay too. The first thing we need to do is draw our flowers today, my friends. And again, I want to use my pencil. That way, in case I make an oops, I can erase it. However, it might be hard for you, friends, to see my pencil lines. So today, friends, I will be using a black marker just so you friends can see it a little bit easier, okay? But again, please use your pencil to draw your flowers. One of the easiest way I find to draw the flowers that I like is using my bouncy line. So if I practice with my hand first doing some bounces, I want to also think about how those bounces can kind of turn and go in a circle to help create my flower as well. So that is how I'm going to make my flowers today. Again, your flowers can and should look different from mine. I like to draw my flowers a little bit larger on my paper, but I know everybody likes their flowers a little bit differently. For example, I like having about 5 bounces on my flowers. If you like a flower that has more petals, like 6 or maybe 8, even 10, of course you can draw more. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw all of my flowers first. That way I can cut them all out next. And again, my friends, think about drawing your flowers a little bit bigger because bigger shapes are easier to cut. I can also always cut them a little smaller if I need to as well. So here are my 3 flowers that I drew. Again, please draw yours in pencil. That way, in case you make an oops, you can erase. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a little fast forwarding through my cutting today, just so that way we can get to the next step as well. So when you're ready, artists, if you need to pause the video, that's okay. Otherwise, grab up your scissors and let's do some cutting. Again, these are complex shapes, so please take your time and try your best. Here are all of my flowers cut out now, and I'm ready to start laying them out on my background. Now again, artists, I made mine a little bit bigger, so I might need to make them smaller, but first I'm just going to lay them out and see how they do look on my paper. Sometimes I do like to change things. For instance, I like how this flower looks, but I think this one looks maybe just a little bit too large. So I might go in and just trim up some of those petals just a little bit to help make it just a tad smaller. So again, take a look at how your art looks before you glue it down. Make sure that you like how it looks before you can't change it. Now when I am happy with the size of my flowers, I'm going to go ahead and add my glue. One thing we do in first grade artists is think about gluing on the side that has our pencil lines. For instance, I can see on this side of my flower there's some black lines from my marker that I used. In first grade, friends, we focus on gluing on that side of our paper. That way when we flip it over, we can hide those pencil lines away. So I want you to take a close look at your flowers today. Find the side that has those lines, and that's the side I'm going to put my glue on. Again, you can always use glue bottle or glue stick. I'm going to use my glue bottle today, and I'm going to focus on making some small dots of glue. As always, I don't want to just put my dot in the center. I want to move my dots around, get them close to my edge, but not right on it. That way I make sure I glue down the whole shape, not just the center. Once I have it all glued, I'll flip it over. Make sure I line it up the way I want it on my paper. Hold with my flat hands and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's going to give me my best gluing. I can do that same thing with my glue stick as well. Remember, don't just put glue in the middle. Rub some glue down each petal. Make sure you flip it over, hold, and count to 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we have one last step to finish up our flowers today, my friends. As you might have noticed on my example, in the center of my flowers, I added a few dots. And in Mr. Andy Warhol's work, you can sometimes see some black dots in the centers of his flowers as well. Personally, I like having 4 dots on each of my flowers. But as always, you can make your flowers however you like. When I'm ready, I'll open back up that painting kit. There should still be a Q-tip left and a little bit more black paint. Just like I did with my fork, I'll dip my Q-tip into the paint just to get a little bit, and I'll go ahead and add my dots. I think today, maybe I might add 5 dots on my flowers, just to make it a little bit different. Maybe sometimes I'll add different amounts of dots to some of my flowers. But again, it is totally up to you, my friends, how many dots, or maybe you could even add some lines if you wanted into the middle, just to add something to make them look less flat. When I'm done today, my friends, I can go ahead and throw away my Q-tip and my paint, or I can keep my paint and keep using it for other artwork if I'd like as well. Please don't forget, artists, make sure you're cleaning up in your learning space. That way you're not leaving it for an adult to take care of. As one last friendly reminder today, make sure, artists, when you are finished with your artwork, please take a photo in either Seesaw or Artsonia to turn in your work. I can't wait to see your beautiful pop art flowers, and as always, artists, have fun creating.